I want this to be quite real and quite just like I was talking to you if you were here with me. But you know, I'll cut out all like the boring like 5-minute pauses and stuff. But most of it is just gonna be uncut, so this video is gonna be long, and I'm sorry about that. But I hope you do watch it all, because this is very personal to me, and it would mean a lot. And I realize there are a lot of videos like this out there, but this is mine, and this is my life, you know. But yeah. So I was talking to Izzy, my best friend, basically saying, you know, I'm kind of freaking out because it seems like such a big thing. I feel like, is it my fault? Like, am I not trying hard enough to be productive with my life? Is it my fault that I'm feeling so lazy and unmotivated, and maybe, you know, it's me? And she just basically said to me, you know, you have to think that this isn't your fault, and that it's not you. It's not something that you've done to yourself. It's something to do with your brain, and that's not your fault, and that's just the way you should look at it. You know, like, this is what I have now, and I just need to crack on and need to find a way to solve it, just like you would with any other problem. Which really helped me, the way that she put it. I've known that I've had it for a long time, because during my early teens, I'm not going to give you my life story, a lot of, you know, unfortunate series of events happened, and I guess, I don't know, it was a big part of my life and a big part of how I grew up and what my personality became, if that makes any sense. Like, sometimes I think to myself, if I could get one of those, you know, like memory forget things that like wipes my memory of those memories that happened, I wonder if I would do it or not, because I guess, yeah, it sucks, and yeah, it keeps me up at night, but it made me into the person that I am today, and I guess it's all just part of life, really. I feel like it's definitely made me a stronger person. It's definitely made me more mature for my age, although I may not act it a lot of the time. Although obviously it has negative side effects, like what this video is about, but I think I can live with it. Just gotta maybe explain it a little bit. Maybe one day I will tell you all what went down, and, you know, a lot of it could be used to help other people, if they're ever going through the same thing that I did, or, you know, anyway, but I think, although it happened like, I don't know, like 6-7 years ago when it all started, it's still very fresh for me. But I mean, when I think about it, in terms of my lifespan, it's really not been that long. So maybe, you know, in the future, I will be able to talk about it, but it's also because not many people know. I'd say like a handful of people know. So I think it's a big deal for me, for everyone to know. Definitely feel like people would look at me differently, and I don't know how I feel about that. Obviously Teo knows everything, otherwise I definitely feel like I was, you know, keeping a secret from him if he didn't know. In fact, I think he's been really helpful throughout all of this. It definitely would have struggled if it wasn't for him. Getting all emotional now. being such a pussy. Oh my god. I even said to Teo, I was thinking about making a video about my depression and stuff. And he was like, yeah, you should do that. And I was like, I don't want it to be serious though. I want it to be quite a light-hearted video. Here I am, like, falling apart. Lame. I do just want to make it known that the things that did happen, it was nothing to do with my family. My family is great. I have a great family, and actually it's funny, I was kind of scared to tell them about all of this, because I was nervous that they were going to think that it was something to do with me moving here, you know, something to do with me moving away from home. Because I thought that they would just see it as like it started now, or it started to affect me now. It's so dumb when you like proper work yourself up about something. You always think about the other person's side of the story as how you view it, not how they do, if that makes any sense. Like for me, I should have known that they had known all along. Like they've basically been with me every day for the last 5 years while this has been going on. So I definitely think I should have given them more credit for that. Like when I told my mum first of all, who was the person I was actually probably the most scared to tell. Either that or my sisters, I'm not sure who was the scariest, but I knew my dad would be chill, because I think my dad, he's very understanding, and he's very, I'm not saying the rest of my family aren't, but he's probably the most understanding. He's the most willing to accept rather than try and change, if that makes sense. Yeah, I figured I'd tell my mum, get that out of the way. But she was really nice about it. Obviously, she's my mum. But, you know, we had like this huge heart-to-heart, this massive talk about it, and I told her some things that I hadn't told her before, and she told me some things that she hadn't told me before. So I'm definitely better off for telling her, and telling the rest of my family as well, which is really nice, because usually you wouldn't think that. Usually you'd think that it would be more like awkward, or maybe it would cause an argument, or like cause you to drift apart, but I'd definitely say you can't think like that. I think it's, with telling your parents, I feel like it's something that you kind of have to do. Obviously, unless you have like a bad relationship with them, but you shouldn't feel like they're going to judge you, because at the end of the day they are your parents, and they are going to try and help you, and they are going to love you no matter what. So yeah. I've never really done a video like this before. I've never really put my feelings on the internet, if that makes any sense. So this is a first for me, even with like Twitter and Facebook and stuff. I never really post that deep kind of stuff, you know? I don't know, I hope you guys appreciate it. I hope that this video, in a really small way, would maybe help you, any of you out there, realize that depression isn't this big thing. It is what it is, and we should need to deal with it. But that's okay, you know? And if you yourself have depression, I hope that you are getting the help that you need, you know? Talk to a psychiatrist or a therapist, or if you don't like the idea of that, then just talk to a friend, or talk to your parents, which is what I would say. And don't be scared, because at the end of the day, it's just, it's temporary problems, people. So in like 5 years, you can look back and you'll be like, wow, what a shitty time in my life, but hey, I'm here now and I'm doing great. And even if you're not doing great from 5 years, you're nearly there. Anyway, I really hope you enjoyed this video. It was a lot more somber than I meant it to be, and I'm sorry about that. Obviously, words of encouragement is always accepted, always. Wow, I just, like, words aren't coming to my brain today. appreciated is the word I was going for there. That's about